through a story, right? So in order to tell your story, you have to show up authentic. You have to be unapologetic. You have to be yourself, okay? You have to be so bold and courageous and talk about what you've been through, how you overcame it, and then you're going to use that to help somebody else get through what they're going through. The Bible tells us that there's nothing new under the sun, which means every single thing that you've been through, somebody else is currently going through it right now. If you've been through anything, if you've been through something in this room, I want you to raise your hand really quick because I want to see my conquerors and my overcomers, because I'm looking at a bunch of women who overcame some amazing things, some things that happened in your life. And listen, your story doesn't have to be like a traumatic story. It doesn't, right? But if it is, you have to be able to share that and be so powerful and bold about it. So let me tell you really quick, because some of you guys met me last night. You met me, but you don't know me yet, right? And I'm going to share a story with you guys. Something that I went through in my life, which actually brought me to where I'm at today and made me the woman I am today. So about 5 years ago, I was sitting in a living room where I witnessed my mother take her last breath. My mother passed away from cancer. And that experience not only was traumatic, heartbreaking, painful, but it was something that I never thought I would experience in my life. I never thought that God thought me to be strong enough to go through something like that. And so maybe you might not have lost somebody in your life, your parent, you might still have both of your parents. But going through that brought me to a place to say, Nikki, you need to live your life for yourself. I wasn't in my purpose at that time when my mom passed. I was working a job, I was making money, but I thought that's what I was supposed to do. But I knew deep down inside there was so much more. And when she passed away, it like catapulted me to the next level to say, girl, it is your time. Because life is really short, y'all. Y'all agree with that? It's so fleeting. We think we got time, but we really don't. And so when you witness something like that, it puts you in a position to get yourself up and do what the Lord is calling you to do. How many of you in here feel like there's so much more for you, your purpose? There's so much more that God is calling you to do, but you feel this fear, you feel like resistance, you're holding yourself back, but there's another level, and God is just really asking for you to say yes. It requires a simple yes, and you don't have to go through something hard and traumatic for you to finally say yes. That's what happened to me, and I don't wish that on nobody. But all you have to do is really set aside all of the things that is making you so afraid and say, God, I am going to unapologetically say yes to your will, say yes to what you're calling me to do, and I'm going to go out there and do it. And I'm looking at this room right now, y'all, and I'm sensing this room is full of millionaires right now, y'all. And not just because of the money you're going to make, but because of the purpose you are saying yes to.